Missed opportunity for Kansas City here. All-out pressure by Vic Fangio in this Miami defense. Kelsey by himself in man-to-man coverage. Protection clean. Mahomes buys time. You don't see this very much. First ballot Hall of Famer right there, dropping a touchdown.
3rd and 7, a little extra pressure. Picked up, and it's Rice coming across. Good tackle by Bonner. The man we mentioned is in the lineup. He's going to be marked short, and it's 4th down. Great play by the rookie who's only played 12 defensive snaps all season.
An amazing play. That guy's a big physical runner, and he's hard to tackle. Like what Patrick Mahomes is doing. He's playing within the system in the passing game. Coming across a couple times. We've seen Rashee Rice, the first option, throwing the drag. Here it is. Andy Reid going for it here on 4th and short. I like the decision.
Fans are looking at the replay. They wanted a first down. Mahomes takes a timeout as the clock was running down. The play clock at 4.
Timeout.
14 left in the first
Kansas
quarter.
City. They're first. The 32nd
look at
timeout.
the replays coming across. It's where the ball is when the first body part comes down. And on the stretch there, it's where the elbow is. Terry McCauley, our 3-time Super Bowl referee, with us in the studio. Terry?
Yeah, Mike, it appears when that knee hits, he's got the ball fully outstretched. And that last shot we had before this one looks like it was at the line to gain. Kansas City would probably do good by challenging this.
And there you see, is it definitive enough there to have New York flip it? And it was a pretty close spot. They took the timeout.
That is always the question, Mike. What's the definition of indisputable?
Right.
Because I agree with Terry. I do think, in fact, he's across that line, but is there enough evidence there for the guys to overturn it?
And Andy Reid just dropped the challenge flag.
And why not?
So New York will get involved with this one. He's letting Brad Rogers know about that. Brad.
Kansas City is challenging the ruling on the field of the runner being short of the line to gain.
His first game in the playoffs as a referee. And it would either be a first down for Kansas City or 4th and inches for the Chiefs here against Mike McDaniel's team.
After review, the runner was able to extend the ball beyond the line to gain before his knee was down. It's a first down.
Way to go, Terry McCauley.
Kansas City is not charged with timeout. Defender challenge.
That's Ernie Banks, not Terry McCauley. He's playing too today. He was with Noah and Todd for the first game, the Houston win. There you see the Rashee Rice extension. As you look at the camera station right on the pylon there. And a good start for Rice. A couple of catches, the touchdown, and you talked about him all week, Jason, as we got ready for this game. What an imprint he's made as the other guy in this offense.
It's really impressive. For a rookie, he's played so decisively as this year has gone on, and that's exactly what Patrick Mahomes is looking for. Guys he can count on and trust, and time again, Rashee Rice has been that guy for them outside.
Just want to go through the mechanics here, make sure everything is right.
Please reset the game clock to 52 seconds, please. 52 seconds. We'll start on the snap. Thank you.
With the game clock, bringing the clock back to that point where the tackle was made. 52, Mahomes just clarifying the clock situation with the referee, Brad Rogers. Nick Allegretti was the man, 73, who reported as eligible. Wildcat, Mahomes is out. Snap to Pacheco. Running right with that extra offensive lineman who reported. Takes it to the 10-yard line. The Chiefs have to run another one here before the quarter ends.
You know, we talked about the importance of the ball in the open, and time again, the Chiefs have not shied away from playing the way they play. They go Wildcat here early. Give this Miami defense with a lot of new faces some different looks. Again, pull those linemen and give Pacheco a chance to run north and south. A good first down play for him.
Pacheco to the left, trying to cut it up inside. Zach Sealer and Christian Wilkins. That combo that has been impactful for Miami this year makes the stop as the words go and this first quarter comes to an end. KC with the touchdown. Miami a turnover. KC on the move. End of one with the score. Kansas City 7, Miami nothing. You're watching Super Wild Card Weekend, presented by Verizon. Side of the field, so we'll watch footing down here. First snap down this deep, and it's 3rd and 6 of the Chiefs. From the 10, low snap. Mahomes has picked it up, floating, just throwing it away, and incomplete. Lean on a little bit of that baseball skill from Mahomes as he had to pick up that low snap. And you can hear Dave Tobe, the special teams coach, say field goal. They'll try it.
Ball is low. Mahomes makes a really good play just to snag it and keep the play alive, but he makes a better play just simply throwing it out of bounds. Know where you are in the field, know what you have, know where you are in the game, seeing the big picture, making the right decision, giving Butker a chance to make this a 10-0 game.
Terrific center, Creed Humphrey off target there. There you see Harrison Butker, and you see field goals when it's this cold are very tough. 47 the longest. This one's reasonable. 28 yards, and Harrison Butker, a big game, bad weather kicker, knocks it through. Kansas City takes a 10-0 lead on the Miami Dolphins. Well, Tyreek Hill, we have not spoken about him much, but his return to Kansas City, a chance to remember where we first heard about the Cheetah. 6 seasons, 6,000 plus yards, 49 touchdowns, that Super Bowl that they won in South Florida. But then Jason going to Miami, 2 1,700 plus yard seasons, most receiving yards in the league the last 2 years, and 3rd most touchdowns with 20.
Mike, he's the most dynamic and unique player in the National Football League, and the impact he has on a game is pervasive. The plays that he makes, how defenses play, how he opens up opportunities for everybody else, but also the energy and the swagger and the juice that he brings to the field, and he's trying to bring it tonight. Tough conditions for a guy like this, but he seems unfazed by it. That's going to be one of the challenges for Mike McDaniel right now. They're trying to run the football, but they have to make sure that number 10 gets his chances.
Saw Tyreek, maybe you heard the NFL Films audio and sound from their game in Germany where the Chiefs won 21-14, went up to Andy Reid. He has maintained good relationships with the big guys here, Kelsey, Mahomes, Chris Jones, among others, but all business here in the playoffs tonight. Butker kicking, and he'll keep this on the ground. Alec Ingold, the fullback, fields it at the 19, and Ingold takes it straight upfield, and a nice return. It's going to give Miami some good field position, Jason.
Just one more thought on Tyreek Hill. We had a great visit with Andy Reid the other day, and he was talking about when they drafted him back in 2016. They drafted him as a kick returner in the 5th round, and he shows up, and Andy says, "Can you do anything else besides return kicks?" He says, "Oh yeah, I can play running back, I can play receiver, I can be your best receiver." Andy said his quickness, his speed, his endurance, his work ethic, and how smart he was. They put him to receiver. He was their best receiver in 2 weeks.
And then started that incredible run that we showed you the stats the first 6 years. How can Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa get him involved in the game tonight? Raheem Mostert the back. Tyreek coming with him and going. Tyreek Hill, we appreciate Mike and Tua listening to our conversation. Well done, Coach.
I love that. And in Mike McDaniel's offense, there's a compliment to everything they do. So you fake it outside, you go naked back the other way, and why not get it to your best player on an easy throw for the quarterback? He's throwing it 5 yards away, puts it right on Tyreek. It's like a running play for them, getting them started and getting number 10 started.
Second and 1, Tua fakes it, takes the shot downfield for Hill. Got to come back. Tyreek got it inside the 10. Keeps running to the end zone. Touchdown, Tyreek. A flag comes down late, the contact as the ball was in the air. But Tyreek Hill, quiet in the first quarter. 2 plays into the end zone.
Pass interference. Defense number 22. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
Ball over to his wife as Tyreek Hill gets to the end zone for the Dolphins' first score.
Absolutely love the call. put Tyreek Hill in motion. Does this more than anybody else. Give him a chance to get a running start and simply run by Trent McDuffie. 2nd and 1, they go play action, throw it up to their best player. Tyreek Hill finishes it.
He was gone, did a great job of coming back too. Jason Sanders. Operation good there, and Sanders bangs through the extra point. Tyreek's had so much going on in his life with the
player is number 10. Excellent drive. 2 touches, big long drive, and they're back in it.
Ball falls off the tee. Second time it's happened on this end, so Jason Sanders will try it again. Just see how slick the football is as well. And for the kickers, I'm talking to the guys downstairs on the field before the game. The ball is so hard as well.
It's like a rock,
right?
It's like a rock to kick.
Sanders shortened his steps and just gives you the dribbler in the middle. And Leo Chanel takes the high bounce in the 19 and comes over to the left. He's going to be pulled down at the 31. Chris Brooks the tackle and a flag in the middle. As now the kickoff game has become the squib game. Two penalties on Miami in the opening quarter, none accepted against Kansas City.
Walk in the back. Return team number 44. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Wasn't much of a return going there, but Cam Jones penalty pushes it back to the 20. Jason, for Miami, for Mike McDaniel, you're trying to find something that's going to work. How important was that couple of plays for what they're going to do as they try to settle into this game?
Well, all of a sudden, Kansas City is reminded that, oh, yeah, we got to stop that guy number 10, and maybe that opens up some opportunities for the run game. So much about their success on offense is compliments.
And now Mahomes finds Kelce wide open. This time he hangs on for a gain of 23.
And, Mike, it's really the same conversation with Kansas City. They've run the ball so well, so what's their compliment? Let's go play action. The inverted bone to start. Kelce goes in motion, gets a stack, play action pass, big hole. I love how Mahomes is cutting the ball loose. Before Travis Kelce is turned around, the ball is halfway there, completely unfazed by the weather.
The 42, Kelce again on the ground, incomplete. It's just been one of those years for Kelce, and even Mahomes with a look towards him. Starting from week 1 with the injury and he missed, and then getting back into action. It's never been those explosive games. It's been the attention of other defenses. And then Travis, by his own admission, he said, I didn't have my best year this year.
Yeah, and that's been tonight. It's been inconsistent. We've seen flashes. We just saw the big chunk punt gain on the previous play. He's made some big third downs, but also a couple big drops. Here comes pressure.
Bringing the heat. Mahomes out to Rice. He's got it. Eli Apple back in the game. Tries to bring him down. Mark it at the 48. We'll have 3rd and 4 coming up. A couple of minutes into the second quarter.
Mike, I can't tell you how impressed I am with Rashee Rice in this ball game. Here's Vic Fangio one more time, bringing pressure. It's all-out heat. We call it cover 0. There's nobody left. Man-to-man across the board. It's just a slant route, but it's -7 degrees out. He's reaching out and plucking the ball in his hands. Made a number of big catches early on.
3rd and 3. The pressure comes again. Mahomes complete for the first down to Marquez Valdez Scantling. Guys playing a bunch of this weather in Green Bay. Has it on the Dolphins side at the 43-yard line.
Played a lot against Vic Fangio's defense. It's always about handle the heat and gash the heat. Right now, this Kansas City offense is gashing the heat. A lot of pressure from Vic. They have the answers. Mahomes has seen it, getting the ball out. Good to see Marquez Valdez Scantling getting an opportunity and coming up big early on.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire for the first time tonight. Inside for maybe a yard or so. They've got the good guys on the inside still going, but Jason, as we talked, I asked you, all your years in the league, have you seen something like this? 3 edge rushers. Jerome Baker, the signal caller. Javon Holland, the knees that he injured in the game on Black Friday against the Jets. And then Xavier Howard, last couple of big games out.
That's 25 sacks, those 4 guys right there. 25 sacks to your defense. Just take them off the field. You're playing guys that showed up 4 days ago, 2 weeks ago, in a game at Arrowhead Stadium against the Chiefs. It's a tough challenge for the Dolphins.
Edge pressure coming. Mahomes inside to Kelsey. 1 shy of the first down at the 34-yard line. So a couple to Kelsey on this drive, and Kansas City on the move.
Just really impressed with how Patrick Mahomes is seeing this. They line Kelsey up all over the formation. Pressure comes, ball comes out, puts it right between the 8 and the 7. Like how he's throwing the ball in the cylinder to Travis Kelsey, not away from his body. Make these balls easier for him to catch. And one more time, Kelsey comes through.
7 targets, 4 catches tonight. Out for 3rd and 1.
Here it is again.
Fake to Pacheco. Here comes Hardman. Can he get to the edge? Apple strings him out. And 4 other Dolphins come to close the party down. And you'd be in field goal range for Butker on a normal night. But at the 38, a field goal is 56. And I think Andy Reid's going to keep the offense on the field.
Mike, and that's the reason for why Vic Fangio did what he did. Go all-out pressure and try to knock him out of field goal range. Andy tries to get it to Hardman on the perimeter. Excellent job containing the outside play, knocking him back, and I think this is the right decision by Andy. He can't kick it from here.
4th and 4, that Dolphins call defensively comes in late. They're scrambling to get ready. 4th and 4, Mahomes. Now gonna have to make a play, and nobody does it better than him. There goes Mahomes inside the 10. First and goal. Vintage Patrick.
There it is, Mike. That's the formula right there. Play within the system. Get the ball out of your hand. Throw it to your best guys. Run it to Pacheco. But in the big moments, go beat Patrick Mahomes. 4th and 4. After a tackle for loss. Just a 4-man rush. Nobody sees and feels the rush better than Mahomes. And he's a sneaky, good athlete. He's elusive. He's hard to bring down. What a play by that guy.
1st and goal. Ball touching the 10. Inside Pacheco. 2. 26 times he did it during the year. Nobody ran scrambling in the quarterback position for more first downs than this guy.
He just sees the rush, and he feels the rush, and he can get his body skinny and get up inside the rush. Defenders all running away from him. He knows that. What a play for the Chiefs. Miami was trying to grab the momentum back. Number 15 snatched it right away from him.
Kelsey back on the field. Wanted a couple of things down here. We mentioned this is the icy spot of the field. Very slick down here. First snap from this close. It's Rice with blocking. End zone bound. Rashee Rice rings up a second TD, but there are flags down. Late flags down where the block happened. So hold on.
Block in the back. Offense number 74. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
On Jawan Taylor, the right tackle, who was penalized 17 times this year for accepted penalties, the most of any offensive player in the last 20 years in the league. And a big one here.
And Mike, it's the absolute right call. Taylor gets out there. That's Justin Houston. They just signed him this week, the former Chief. Taylor hits him dead in the back, right in the 5 and the 2 in the back of his jersey. It's a shame because he wasn't going to make that tackle. Nobody's going to tackle Rashee Rice on those runs. He's big and physical. Most penalized guys in 20 years, coming up big here.
Yeah, you see the overall penalties. Brandon Brown, our defensive player. In terms of offensive players, you have to go back to 03 for that many accepted penalties against one player.
That is amazing. We'll see if Patrick can overcome it.
Hardman in motion. Fake to him. Mahomes has nothing. This is where he always makes something. Throwing to the sideline. Inbounds is Justin Watson. It'll set up 3rd and goal as Watson makes a big catch or two every game, it seems. Let's see if he grabbed it on the sideline.
You know, that's vintage Patrick Mahomes. They faked the quick screen. They wanted to go off of that. It wasn't there. He buys some time. I think he's got them both down. Dragging the left. The right's in.
Well done.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question there. But Mahomes buys time. When the Dolphins take it away, finds a big play, and they're knocking on the door.
3rd and goal. Pacheco at the bottom of the screen. Miami brings pressure. Mahomes inside. It's broken up and deflected. Was that Sealer who got a hand up there? Big Zach Sealer, who's had some kind of year for the Dolphins, with a big deflection that forces KC to try a field goal.
Again, a Jawan Taylor penalty negates the touchdown. Kansas City getting a chance to come back. There's Sealer putting the big paw up. Pressure, pressure, and more pressure in the big moments by Vic Fangio. This Dolphins defense responds and gets off the field.
Butker good from 28 earlier in this quarter, now from 26. And the lead is 6 as Harrison Butker knocks it through again. Well, Patrick Mahomes' huge run, 28 yards on 3rd down, 4th coldest NFL playoff game with the air temperature at kickoff. It has dipped down to -7. Trying anything to get these kickoffs. Braxton Berrios, good hands to field that. The 25 coming to the outside here. Good return by Berrios, and the Dolphins will start at their own 35-yard line. Against the Kansas City defense, and this look at the Chiefs D is brought to you by Geico. Steve Spagnuolo and this defense has been electric this year. If you remember getting these games as a kid,
oh, yeah.
Well, this defense has been on it too. 17.3 a game, 2nd in the league. 57 sacks, 2nd to the Ravens in that department, led by Chris Jones. Trent McDuffie and company, they're the youngest defenses in the game. 25 and a half years old. A lot of 1st and 2nd year players, and a guy who's been around for a while, hasn't played great. 63-year-old, 3-time Super Bowl champ Steve Spagnuolo. Saw Tyreek Hill take it downfield in 2 plays on the last drive. And Raheem Mostert gets started here. And a gain of more than 7 on that run for Mostert.
You know, Steve Spagnuolo has been doing this for a long, long time. You mentioned 3 Super Bowl championships. And he's just one of the best defensive coordinators in the league. And what's so exciting for him and for everybody in Kansas City is what you said last. It's the youngest defense in ball. Chris Jones, all-pro player up front, but they got a lot of youth behind him at the linebacker level and the secondary level. So they're going to be good now, but they're going to be good for a long time.
Second and 3. He's got 10 in the shot there. Crowding the line a bit as Mostert gets the first down out to the 47-yard line. A couple of back-to-back runs. Let's go down to the frigid field in Kaylee.
And guys, Nick Bolton told me, thanks to last year's Super Bowl run, we've got youth with experience in Kansas City. Last year, they had 6 rookies on defense, so there were a lot of firsts. This season, he's seen young players feeling more comfortable in their own skin, more comfortable in the defense, and more comfortable communicating. They're not afraid to speak up and be wrong. Bolton said that's what makes our young guys so special, and you know Spags appreciates it.
Oh, yeah. Shows, too, half the roster in that 1st or 2nd year category on the defensive side. 2 Mostert runs, taken out to the 47. Try a 3rd. Across midfield with a gain of about 3. We'll stay on the Spagnuolo thing because you called plays against Spags. You've known him for a long time. Was there like a headline, a thought that you had when you were going up against a Steve Spagnuolo defense?
Yeah, the headline with Spags is just sit on the fastball. The fastball is pressure. So every time you go to the line of scrimmage, if you're calling the plays, you're a quarterback, you got to get ready for heat. And then you adjust to the curveball. If he plays zone or just man-to-man coverage, you react to that. And we're going to see that in all the big moments. They got to be ready for heat because he loves to bring it.
Heat's great tonight, by the way.
Yeah.
Just over midfield. 4 in a row here for Mostert. Good inside run. What a story Raheem Mostert has been this season. 31 years old. Undrafted, you hang around the league 8 or 9 years, that's great. But then you go out, you score 21 total touchdowns, 18 on the ground. What Mostert has been able to give this Dolphins offense is that thundering speed even at 31 years old. Very rare to see.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite stories in the NFL. Anybody who loves football and loves human beings striving to be their best. He got cut 6 times in the NFL. Now 31 years old, scoring 41 touchdowns in the National Football League. What a great story. Love the guy.
So 2 is going to take a timeout with the play clock running down before 3rd and 2 on a drive that has started with 8, 4, 3, and 6-yard runs by Mostert. So dive deeper into this story this season. The guy who was at San Francisco for a good part of his career. 21 touchdowns, tied current Niner Christian McCaffrey for most in the league. And more touchdowns than his first 8 seasons combined. He had 19 in those. And then when you look back at guys 31 or older, second oldest with a 20-plus touchdown season, John Riggins, the other one there. So you talk about a player, and it's how he's done it too, right? He has retained his speed into this 9th year in his career.
Yeah, this is the Santa Monica Track Club. When you talk about Tyreek Hill and Waddle outside, you got Achane, and then you got this guy, Mostert at 31. They're as fast as any team is in the National Football League, and for him, time and time again, to do what he does, running inside, outside, shows up in the passing game. What a story.
Tyreek out of the crouch, into the motion, 3rd and 2. To Mostert, didn't bring it in. So you talked about the ball. That's easy pitch and catch on most nights of this Miami team. 4th and 2, and McDaniel leaves the offense out.
Yeah, it sure is. And the ball just comes out a little bit funny. Ball's out in front of Mostert, away from his body. He just can't corral it there. But that's a play that they make in their sleep when the conditions are right. The -7 and the wind chill showing up there. I like the decision by McDaniel to go for it here. Try to stay tight here with the Chiefs before we get into halftime.
Waddle in motion. They go empty. Only really a 2-man rush with a spy as Tua throws incomplete. In traffic for Tyreek Hill. And Nick Bolton was standing there. Trent McDuffie defensively for Kansas City.
And what a play by Trent McDuffie here. Trying to get the ball to their best player. They bunch him all up. He goes out, and initially McDuffie has a hard time. He gets picked, but watch him rally. Tui had to move and then poise at the end of the down to get the right hand in there before the contact and knock it out. He's mature beyond his years. Trent McDuffie coming up big for the Chiefs.
Former first-round pick. Gives the ball back to Mahomes, the 45, Kelsey with 2 blockers. Pulls his way forward for 7 yards. Being brought down by Brandon Jones, the safety on the side. It could be a big moment in this game because Miami gets the ball to start the second half. Now the Chiefs giving good field position again here in this first half. Can they extend the lead out to multiple scores?
Hey, it's a good debate. You know, a lot of people say, hey, McDaniel should punt the ball there and play field position. Hey, this is the wild card game against the Chiefs, the defending champs. I like the call. They just didn't execute it.
Pacheco left. And one of the guys who's been added to this team over the last few weeks, Melvin Ingram, who closed playing the final 3 games with the tackle.
It's amazing when you think about it. Like, you mentioned Melvin Ingram, talked about Justin Houston earlier. Bruce Irvin's on this team. They've been absolutely decimated, and they're bringing these veteran players, guys who have been really good players for a long time, but haven't played a lot of football lately, and they're out here in this environment having to make plays for the Dolphins. Been impressive.
Ingram's out there in coverage. Now he's going to come back down here.
He's better when he comes
Kelsey.
back down.
No, he's coming. Along with the pressure. Up top, Hardman wanted a flag. Doesn't get it, incomplete. He thought Brandon Jones had him around the waist before he broke. It's 4th and 3. What will KC do?
Both these veteran defensive coordinators are the big moments. They're bringing pressure and counting on their guys. That's Hardman running across the field, no doubt right there. Yep. Brandon Jones grabs him. It's a touchdown opportunity. I think Patrick's right. I think Hardman's right. Well beyond 5 yards, grabs him, turns him. Should have been a penalty. Terry, they missed that one.
Absolutely, Jason. That is absolutely defensive holding.
Tommy Townsend will kick it. Berrios will let it go. And it's a touchback as Berrios went over to try to get in the way of the gunner, Nick Jones, who was racing for the ball. Fans unhappy with the no call. Happy with Berrios at the end of that play. Andy Reid still wants a word about that one. 3:02 to go. And the ball belongs to the Dolphins.
Like, you hate to make it about the officiating. But again, Patrick Mahomes is seeing the pressure really well. They had the right call up. You get a guy like Hardman on a safety running down the field by himself versus an all-out pressure. Patrick saw it, gave him a chance. The holding made a big difference. It's a missed opportunity. Officials got in the way on that one.
Very interesting. Andy Reid was very upset. The back judge came right over as he was switching sides and said something to Andy Reid, engaged him in a conversation. Andy didn't get the answer he wanted. Play clock running down. Dolphins were having personnel issues here as this drive begins at their own 20-yard line. Got the right guys in. Achane is the back. And Devon Achane will get 2 yards. And getting to that time at the end of the half here, people have been outside these conditions for an hour and a half, and exposed skin, extremities, and mustaches starting to show the effects of 7 Below.
I saw some icicles on Andy's stash. This is big here for Miami. They have to be able to sustain a drive. They'd love to be able to go into halftime possessing the ball and not giving Mahomes one more opportunity.
2nd and 8. There's Hill. Can't get going. Chiefs all around him. Karlaftis and Bolton and Snead. 3rd down coming up as Miami will let it run down to the 2-minute warning. In these conditions,
I don't think they're smart.
No, I don't either. That gentleman, at least. 3rd and 8. Achane in motion and a movement by Hill at the bottom will make it 3rd and 13.
Full start. Offense. Number 10. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
He matched up over there with L'Jarius Sneed. They saw each other for some snaps in the game in Germany head-to-head. Former teammate.
You take a look at this.
Oh, you know, he baited him there a little bit.
L'Jarius did. You could see that being called the other way just as easily.
That's right. It could be a delay of game if the defense baits the offense to do something like that. It was not. It's 3rd and 13. Achane on the move. Chiefs bring in 4. Tua will be sacked. It was George Karlaftis off the edge. He had 10.5 on the season and will force a punt as Kansas City stops it here at 1:55.
He has 10.5 because he gets a lot of singles and he's learned how to take advantage of them. This is Karlaftis against the right tackle, Austin Jackson, up the field. Bulls inside. A little bit of a bobble by Tua.
Wow.
Handling the football. Plenty of time for Karlaftis to get there. Just love how he comes up the field and drives inside. Sees the softness of the inside shoulder of Jackson and takes advantage of it.
We showed you the top of the game. Tom Bahali banging the drum. He was very big in Karlaftis' development this offseason. Richard James got away from it because it was twisting in the wind in a short kick. But the bounce was nice. It takes it out to the 39-yard line. So the kick will be 51, and it will belong to KC at the 39. Tomorrow night, we go to downtown Detroit, where they're going to do something they haven't had in 30 years. A Lions home playoff game. Who's coming in? Their quarterback for 12 years, Matthew Stafford, against Jared Goff, the man he replaced in L.A. Dripping with storylines. Lions and Rams. See it 7:30 Eastern Football Night in America on NBC and here on Peacock as well.
You can't write this stuff, Michael.
You talk about the script. That's the all-timer in the NFL script for the year. One timeout from Mahomes. Holding it, now throwing towards Kelsey, incomplete, and a flag. David Long Jr. was over there on coverage with Kelsey.
Holding defense number 51. 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
Yeah, it's a really good call, too. Kelsey's working in the middle of the field, and then once Patrick tries to buy some time and he tries to get away, break him back out, you see Long just grab him. I think it's a good call. Certainly grab and restrict. Officials were on it.
Mahomes, Rashee Rice. There's 5 catches for Rice, targeted 8 times. With he and Kelsey the same numbers in receptions and targets in this half.
Those are the guys, 87, 4, and 10, time and time again.
5 options for Mahomes. He escapes, chased to the sideline and gets rid of it. Past the line of scrimmage, outside of the tackle box, as he was being pursued by Emmanuel Ogbah.
Really like the decision there by Patrick Mahomes to get yourself in this situation. You got 3rd and 5 here. Obviously, you're trying to drive this football. I would anticipate pressure one more time from Vic Fangio. He needs to generate some heat on Mahomes. So look for some quick options. Look for some slant routes outside. Again, make it about number 4. He's been your most reliable.
Let's go even. 3rd and 11.
False start. Offense. Number 74. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That is the 2nd on Jawan Taylor. The other one was the holding, or the push in the back, I should say, that negated the touchdown.
Just having patience in those situations. Patrick changing the play, holds the count a little bit. Taylor too quick. 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 11. A world of difference. Would anticipate a 4-man rush here from Fangio. He's heating them up.
Here comes the blitz. Mahomes throws in the middle. Rice got it.